Classification of gymnosperm. So we all know that gymnosperm is a very large group which includes both the living as well as the fossil forms. And due to the ample records of the fossil form, the classification has become somewhat complicated. So several workers, they have classified the gymnosperm differently from time to time. So some important ones are there which we'll discuss in this particular lecture. Okay. So these are the pioneer work, means the pioneer worker in these fields were the Cter and Chamberlin. Okay. In 1970, who divided the gymnosperm directly into the seven orders. So these are the seven orders. While the Jeffrey classification of the gymnosperm in 1917, he classified the gymnosperm into the two classes. The first one is the A. Reiki gymnosperm, and second class is the Metagymnosperm. Okay, and he classified on the basis of their structure, appearance, as well as the reproductive features. So in the um, Archegymnospermi, these gymnospermi basically resembles the fern-like in their general appearance and their anatomy, and they have the motile sperm, so that means they can move, and which is a shared features, which share their features with the fern. These are the several orders of these classes. Okay, the pteridospermi, the cycadales, the cordales, and the jingoles. Okay, so these are the different again characteristic of these order, like the pteridospermi is extinct, and these include the extinct gymnosperm, which is known as the seed form, and they are considered the primitive and were present during the Paleozoic era. Okay, similarly, the second order, that is the Cycadales, they are also extinct. Most of the gymnosperm classes or the orders or different plants were belong to the extinct group only. Okay, the second class is the Metagymnospermi. So Metagymnospermi, which includes the gymnosperm which are basically not uh, share their features with the ferns, or which are non-fern-like gymnosperm, we can say. And also they do not have the motile sperm, means if they do not have the motile sperm, so pollen, they produce what the pollen tube that deliver the sperm cells to the female part of the plant. Okay, so this metagymnospermi that do not resembles with the fern, and they have the non-motile male gametes. Okay, two orders of these classes is the Coniferales and Neetales. Coniferales basically includes both the living as well as the extinct plant, and like the living plant includes the various common conifers such as the pinus is there, or we can say the pine tree, the cedrus, the texas is there. And neetales include the living plants such as the ephedra, neetum, welwitschia, as well as the fossils. Genera also were there, which are now in the extinct form. Next classification of the Sieverts in 1990, who classified the gymnosperm based on the wood structure and other characteristic. Okay, so simple, based on the wood composition, the two type of woods are there, manoxylic and the pycnoxylic. We all know the manoxylic wood are generally the porous wood, and they are very loose. Example includes the cycadales, cycadioidales, and cycadophilicates. So these having the porous wood, while the pycnoxylic wood have the compact and the dense wood, we can say, which are included in these particular group, the cordales, jingoales, the coniferales, and the neetales. Okay. Next come the Chamberlain classification in 1934, and he divided the gymnosperm into the two main classes. The first class is the Cycadophyta, second class is the Coniferophyta. And he classified on the basis of what? He based on the branching, cones, okay, as well as the wood structure. So Cycadophyta, basically it includes mostly the unbranched stumpy stems. They have the large male cones are there with a simple structure, and the white cortex is there, and they have the white cortex is there, and they have the menoxylic wood, that is they have the porous wood. The order basically include the Cycadophylicales, the Cycadales, and the Cycadales. Okay. Next is the Coniferophyta. Coniferophyta, basically they have the profuse branch stem and leaves are very simple, okay, and giving like the cone like appearance. While they have the pycnoxylic woods are there, and which includes the order Cordales, Jinquils, Coniferales, and the Netales. Okay, so these are the classification of the Seward and the Chamberlain. So the summary is that the Seward classification is based on the wood structure, uh, porous or compact, while the Chamberlain classification focuses on the stem branching, the cone structure, wood type, grouping Gymnosperm into the Cycadophyta and the Coniferophyta. Okay, some more classification are also there. Let's see what are the more classification. For example, the Pant classification. The Pant classification, that is the DD Pant classified the Gymnosperm. D classified the Gymnosperm, as well as the Raizada and the Sahani classified the Gymnosperm, and he proposed the classification